Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Kayla Cumbie and we're going to start this Tuesday edition of the 5-Star News the same way we always do, with our announcement segment first. And today it's brought to you by Cole Denton, Daniel Fleming, and Brandon Frady. Take it away, guys.
Hello Generals, welcome back to What's Up Heritage. Without further ado, let's get to it. The Heritage High School Junior Senior Prom will be held at Heritage High for the first time in 2021. The theme this year is the City of Lights. Tickets will go on sale in early March and may be purchased online. Heritage seniors will receive a free, non-transferable ticket. A writing contest opportunity open to all Heritage High students. It's called the Carson McCullers Literacy Award, sponsored by Columbus State University. The deadline is on March 5th. For more information on the news presented on What's Up Heritage, visit the high school website. Go to hhs.catoosa.k12.ga.us and select our school. And now on to our weather forecast. Tuesday should be a high of 64, a low of 36. Wednesday should be a high of 68, low of 45. Thursday should be a high of 57, low of 37. Friday, 80% chance of rain with a high of 54, a low of 48. Saturday, 60% chance of rain with a high of 57, low of 32. Sunday, 70% chance of rain, high of 63, low of 55. Monday should be a 60% chance of rain with a high of 63 and a low of 45. Now on to our next news segment.
Good job, guys. Now on to the news, and we always have something new going on here at Heritage. This week we have our public safety and forensic teachers coming together to do a pretty cool event. Officer Crane and Mr. Johnson decided to do something for the students. I don't want to give away all the details, so here's Lindsay Davies with this full report.
So our investigations class is partnering up with his group, and we are going to be creating some crime scenes today. We've got a couple different types of crimes planned, and we're going to set out evidence and kind of set these things up. And then what's going to happen is we're going to partner with his class and use some of his forensic students to work as CSI operatives, and use some of our guys as investigators, and some other kids are going to play the part of investigator. And so they're all going to have a case that they've got to basically investigate from the ground up. It's a really cool opportunity to partner up with his class, since our classes are somewhat similar in the material that they deal with.
Officer Crane several days ago had asked me if my class would be interested in joining his class in a virtual crime scene experience. And so what we're going to do is we've set up a couple of virtual crime scenes, and we've divided students into different teams. Some students will be a part of the crime scene investigation team. Other students will be witnesses into the crimes that have been made up, basically. And so we're going to go through the actual procedure of assessing a crime scene, talking to witnesses, getting witness statements, potentially Mirandizing witnesses. And so it's going to be a pretty fun experience for both classes involved.
All right, I'm Gage Howard, and I'm with the public safety class, and we're about to do a crime scene, 2 crime scenes for us to investigate for public safety class and forensic science class. And we're going to team up, and there's going to be suspects and there's going to be CSI agents, and we just got to figure out what we're going to be doing, or figuring out the crime scene. We ain't telling the other team what the crime scene is, and we made our own crime scene for the team to solve. And
I think it's a really good exercise for the kids, because I personally learn a lot more from hands-on activity, and I think it's something a little different than just sitting watching PowerPoint or reading books. So it'll be a really good exercise, and it's something I think these kids will take with them going forward.
Thanks for that story. Looks like it was a great hit for all of the students. Moving on, and we have another edition of Ben Don't Ask Me, brought to you by our very own Ben Doneski. He decided to go out and roam the halls of Heritage and seek everyone's favorite breakfast food. Let's see what all of you here at the Taj like to eat. Here's the full insight from Ben Doneski.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Doneski. Welcome to this installment of Ben Don't Ask Me. It's been a while, but it's good to see you here. Today, we got a question from an anonymous viewer, and their question is, what do most people eat for breakfast in the morning? Well, Don't ask me. Let's go and harass some of our students here at Heritage High School.
Probably strawberry Pop-Tarts. It's what I usually grab every day. It's easy, and it's delicious, and it gets me ready for the day. I feel like it's pretty good.
I have a variety of things, but my favorite is blueberry Pop-Tarts, frosted.
I usually have some coffee and some pancakes with butter, syrup.
Thank you all for your time.
Thanks for that, Ben. But it's time for a quick commercial break here on the show. But don't go anywhere because we'll have Dylan and Brian rejoin you with sports and all the Heritage sports action. We'll see how both the boys and girls did at the region tournament, and we'll have another edition of Cameron's Fantasy Region. Stay with us. Sports is next.
Sophomores, juniors, seniors, remember to pay your parking tickets and don't park in someone else's parking spot.
Hi, welcome into sports, everyone. I'm Dylan Bryan, and man, what an exciting time to be a Heritage basketball fan. Our Generals went into the region tournament as the 2 seed, took down Ridgeland in the first game, and a good Pickens team in the second, and faced Cedartown in the championship game. Cedartown has beat us twice throughout the year, and our Generals are looking for some revenge in the championship. Could they get the first ever region championship win? Here's Ryan Heat and Hayden Johnson with the recap.
We had a big region tournament this past weekend. We placed number 2 seed and ended up losing to Cedartown twice actually this year. We played Pickens in the semifinal game. Thought we played pretty well. We won by about 5 points. It was a back and forth game, a lot of points, and then we moved on to the final game, which was Cedartown again. We came out there. We came out hot. Started off like 9-1 or something. We went in pretty bad. We were up by 10 before half, and they just came back and brought it within 1. And then Palmer had a huge tournament. Kate Canary played well. Snyder played well. Anyway, we play Mays High School this coming up Wednesday, and I just hope y'all come out and support. Big first-round game. We've never won first round, so hopefully we win that. And then we won the region tournament for the first time ever, so that's pretty cool.
So we had a really awesome weekend. Friday night we were able to win the championship. It was just an awesome game against Cedartown. They beat us a couple times in the year, and we were close both times. Feel like we should have beat them, and we were finally able to do that for the championship. It was just an incredible night. Had fantastic support from Taj Nation there and all our family and friends. It was just an awesome evening. So excited for the guys, this group of seniors especially, to be able to get the championship. First one in our history for the boys. We've been close a few times but never won it. So just an awesome, awesome night. Almost tearing up thinking about it right now. But now we got to get back to business, though, because Wednesday we've got a pretty tough team coming in here. It's the 4 seed from that region, but this region is incredibly strong. So we're going to look at the tape and get some practice plans together and be ready to go Wednesday.
Congrats, guys, and what a huge win for our program. Good luck tomorrow night against Mays. I hope to see everyone out there supporting our Generals. As for the girls now, they took on Cedartown, and a win would put them in state against Arabia Mountain and 3rd place in the region. Could they make it happen? Tanner Eady and Jacob Hawkins have more on the story.
We played Cedartown Friday afternoon at Northwest in the consolation game of the region tournament. Came out with a victory, 11-point victory over Cedartown, a really tough Cedartown team who beat us last time we played them away from home, so it was a good win for the girls. They played, again, tough, gritty. We don't have a lot of players at this moment in the season due to injury and some other circumstances, so they played really well and into the region tournament on a positive. So we're away Tuesday to Arabia Mountain, which is in southeast Atlanta. Tough game, but just so pleased with the fact that we made it to the state tournament thus far. And again, we'll prepare today, watch some film, and get our game plan ready, and board the bus tomorrow with every intention of winning and competing and seeing what happens. Man, I think it's huge moving forward for this group. Last year, they weren't very successful for a lot of reasons. But to win 7 games last year total, and then come back this year and be sitting at 17-8 with a state tournament berth, and just be competing in every game they're in, no matter the situation. I think it's huge for their confidence, and I think it's big for the program moving forward and what we're trying to build.
Congrats, ladies, and good luck in state versus Arabia. Sticking with basketball now, Cameron Boatwright has another episode of Cam's Fantasy Showdown. This week, Carson Green and John Courtney had the Region Tournament edition of the show. Let's check it out.
All right, we're here with this week's winner, Carson Green. 50 points. He picked Caden Snyder, Caden Swope, and Brooke Matherly. And how does it feel to be a winner?
Feels amazing. Shout out to Caden Snyder. He really put the team on his back this weekend in the tournament. And one last thing as a champion, I want to call out Aaron Hilliard for the next edition.
All right, we're here with this week's loser, John Courtney, and he picked Mitchell Kennedy, Ryan Heat, and Gracie Murray for a total of 41 points. And how does it feel to lose?
I mean, it's really unfortunate. Can't really win them all, but we'll get them next time.
Yes, sir.
To baseball now, and our Generals got their season started last Saturday at Dalton as they blasted the Cats 14-2. Coach Beagle's squad looked to go 2-0 against LFO in their home opener. How'd they do? Here's Ryan Heat and Hayden Johnson with the recap and the preview of tonight's game versus Ringgold.
Hey, just to recap our game last night with crosstown rival LFO, was able to come out with a win 10-3, and a couple things that stood out in that was sophomore pitcher Landon Skeen on the mound. Gave us 5 innings, pitched really well there, scattered a few hits. Offensively, we had some guys do some things pretty well at the plate and continue to swing the bat pretty good for us. Alex Mixon, I think, had a double. I think Gage Shaver had another double, and some other guys hit it pretty good as well. But Alex Mixon was behind the plate and had some stellar defensive plays there, threw a couple guys out trying to take bases. So, we didn't really exactly take care of the baseball defensively like we need to. Committed 6 errors on the night. So, those can cost you. And, last night we were able to kind of cover it up with a lot of runs last night. So, our focus is just try to continue to get better and kind of continue to work on the fundamentals and taking care of the ball. And, again, if we can continue to get good pitching on the mound and shore up the defense, that'll be our goal moving forward. Ringgold, we are headed to Ringgold to play. They've got a veteran club. They got a lot of returning players over there coming back. So it'll be a good challenge. Like I told the guys, it'll be a good challenge for us. It'll be a good environment for them to have to go and play in. It'll be a hostile environment over there. But, we're looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity to go play someone that's, a good team and coached well and got some good players. So it'll be a good test for our guys and see where we are.
Great job, guys, and good luck tonight. Finally, to a new segment on the show called The Green Room, where Carson Green and Damon Jones go around and ask students and faculty sports trivia. How much do you know about sports? Well, let's check out their first segment.
Okay, first question ever on this new show, Sports Trivia. What NBA player scored the most points ever in a game? Is it A, Kobe Bryant, B, LeBron James, C, Wilt Chamberlain, or D, Michael Jordan?
I'm going to go with Wilt Chamberlain.
I got to go with Kobe.
Well, I saw 3 of those 4 players play, but I remember a picture of Wilt Chamberlain holding up 100 and something points, I think 102 points. So I'm going to go with Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain, that one's easy.
Okay, for the second question. What NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the wrong end zone? Is it A, Deion Sanders, B, Peyton Manning, C, Lawrence Taylor, or D, Jim Marshall?
I'm going to go with Lawrence Taylor in this one.
I'm going to have to say primetime Deion.
Well, I've been a huge fan of NFL films all my life, and I still remember the shot. Jim Marshall picks it up, kind of gets turned around and runs to the other end zone and actually throws the ball out of the end zone. So it was a safety, not a touchdown for the other team.
I'm going to have to go with Lawrence Taylor.
And for the last question, what was the first televised sport in the U.S.? Is it A, NFL, B, MLB, C, field hockey, or D, bowling?
Ooh, I'm going to go with NFL.
Well, since I played in the NFL for so many years, with Green Bay and different teams, I'm going to have to say the NFL.
Whew, this one's a tough one. You might have me on this one. I'm gonna go with the old Abner Doubleday and say baseball.
I'm going to have to go with field hockey. That was a big thing back then, so you know what? Maybe.
Okay, I'm here with this week's champion. He got all 3 questions right. How do you feel?
Well, sports trivia is kind of right up my alley. I've loved sports all my life, so it feels pretty good. Anytime I can knock off Bobby Hunt in anything, I beat him in the predictions. But last year he kind of got the best of me in a little horse competition we did in my room. So it was good to get a little revenge on Bobby Hunt. So that feels pretty good to get the W.
Thanks, Dylan. That sure was a full sportscast and very exciting. Moving on back into the news now, and we have another edition of the Tech Talk by John and Gunner. What is it for today, guys? Take it away.
Hi, my name is John Courtney, and welcome back to Tech Talk. This week's edition of Tech Talk, we will be interviewing Heritage students to see what they prefer between Apple and Android. Let's get started. So what do you prefer, Apple or Android?
I think that Apple can answer that for itself. Siri, what do you prefer, Apple or Android? So it kind of works sometimes. But Apple's still better. So yeah.
Do you prefer Apple or Android?
Android, because I use it, and I've never had an Apple phone, so I'm more biased towards Android.
Do you prefer Apple or Android?
I prefer Apple. Mainly because I've barely used Androids. I've only had Apple my entire life of having a phone. So that's the only reason.
In conclusion, most students at Heritage prefer Apple. I personally prefer Apple as well. Thanks for watching Tech Talk, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, you two, for that brand new segment. And moving on into another new segment, and it is our last segment of the day. And did we save the best for last? Well, you'll have to ask the jokesters. Here's their segment by Aaron Hilliard and Kane Stover.
What up, big ballers? It's your boy Stove Daddy with
Hilltop.
And this is the 3rd edition of the Jokesters. We're doing the same thing, asking some teachers and students some jokes. Stay tuned.
All right, I'm back with Dylan. Dylan, where do you find a cow with no legs?
Where do I find one?
Yeah.
I don't know, on the ground.
Just right where you left it.
Cool. I'm with Aggie John for the second joke. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
I really don't know.
Philippe Fallope.
What is fallope? I don't know.
All right, I'm with Miss Boss for this joke. What is the best thing about Switzerland?
It's cheese. I don't know.
I don't know, but their flag is a huge plus.
All right, I'm back with Cameron. Cameron, what's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
A hippo is an animal and a Zippo is a lighter.
That's pretty close. One's really heavy and the other one's just a little lighter.
Mm.